Hey guys, it's Keenya Kelly, Strategic Brand Advisor for If You Brand It, a branding and consulting firm here in Houston, Texas. If you are catching this on the replay, thanks for watching on the replay. You can always comment, like, subscribe, and share on the replay. If you're watching this on YouTube, hey YouTube, thanks for joining. If you guys want to watch all of my previous videos of the Keenya Kelly Morning Show or any kind of live stream broadcast that I've done, or You, Me, and Jesus, which takes place on Sunday nights at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel by going to youtube.com/Keenya Kelly 81. That's youtube.com/Keenya Kelly 81. So for those of you guys that are joining me, my name is Keenya Kelly. I'm the Strategic Brand Advisor for If You Brand It, a branding and consulting firm here in Houston, Texas. I help entrepreneurs to get clear, get noticed, and get paid. And so anytime you join me on a live broadcast or in person, you're going to hear me talk about branding, marketing, network marketing, or Jesus, because that's who I am. And so that's what I talk about. Now, I always introduce my cats. I've got two cats. One of my cats, her name is Maui. She's 4. I've got a 2-year-old cat. Her name is Faith. And so at any point in time during this broadcast, if you hear the sound of a crash, a clanging cymbal, or you hear squealing tires or a squealing cat, it's because it's going down in the living room, okay? All right. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and share this broadcast. So just give me just 1 second and let me share this broadcast really quickly. And if you're watching this broadcast, if you wouldn't mind sharing this, I'd appreciate it so much. So give me just a second. I'm going to share this broadcast. For those of you guys that are aware that here, August 24th, 2017, that the state of Texas is on high alert because there's a hurricane coming. Hurricane doesn't come until tomorrow, so clearly I'm like chilling because there's no hurricane until tomorrow. And I'll still be chilling tomorrow because I'm not going to be running around here like a chicken with my head cut off, but I will go get me some water and some stuff tonight. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Just in case. All right, but I'm not doing it right now while everybody just got off work and the stores are insane. I was like, I'm not doing all that right now. I just don't have the time or the energy or the patience for that tonight. Okay, so I'm not doing that tonight. All right, so give me just 1 second. I'm sharing one more time. All right, and then we're gonna get into tonight's broadcast. All right, 1 second. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for joining. All right, so let's go ahead and get into tonight's broadcast. So, I was inspired to do this broadcast. Hi, Sharika. I was inspired to do this broadcast based upon someone that was watching me. I'm actually gonna try to invite her into this video. There she goes. All right, so I was inspired to do this video because I was scrolling through some of the comments on one of my videos, and she asked, what do you do when everybody's doing what you're doing? How do you still make money when everybody's doing what you're doing? And so, of course, a song popped into my head. I was like, what? And I said, you know what? I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. So before I went to bed, I wrote down the title, and I said, I'm going to come on here tonight, and I'm going to talk about it, all right? So if you are here and you have ever had a conversation with a friend, a business partner, or mentor, and you said, how in the world am I going to be successful at this when everybody's doing it, right? Now, if you're watching this, please share. And then if you are on here and you're saying to yourself, how am I going to be successful at this when everybody's doing it? Just type a 1. If you feel like you want to do something, but you feel like everybody's doing it, just type a 1 for me. I just want to see if there's anybody here that's having that issue. So I have the young lady that I invited into the broadcast, so maybe she will come on here, but I was inspired by her post, and so I said, let me get her on this broadcast. Okay, Sharika. Okay, so now let's talk about it. All right, so here is my truth. I used to work for Sprint on the corporate side, right? Making a great amount of money. Praise God for the money, right? And I remember one time when I first moved to Houston, I was talking to a coworker about my intentions on what I wanted to do and building my business and things of that nature. And he said, but everybody's doing that. Like, basically, you're not going to be successful at that because everybody was doing it. That's exactly kind of like what he said. I don't think that he was trying to be hateful. I don't think that he was trying to hold me down. But I think that a lot of people have that mindset of, you're going to do that too? You're going to do that too? And so at times, hey, Kydra, it makes you not want to venture out and do that because you're like, Oh my God. Yeah, everybody is doing that. And how can I be successful at doing that? And so tonight's broadcast is going to be comical, just like all of my broadcasts are. Y'all know what it is, right? And so the first thing that I thought of when I saw it was this old song. I don't remember when the song came out, but y'all know, I know all the old stuff. So like, I've been saved my whole life, but I've been sold out for about 10 years. No, let me see. 7. Let's say 7. Let's just, for safekeeping, let's just say 6. I've been sold out for 6, okay? So I really know the stuff from like the 6 years ago and back, right? The new stuff, I don't really know it as much unless it comes on like Apple radio when I'm working out in the gym or whatever, right? Okay. Anyway, so the song that came to my head was "Bet You Can't Do It Like Me." You remember that song? Bet you can't do it like me. Nope. Bet you can't do it like me. Right? When I heard it, I said, can't nobody do it like me. Or for the saints here, we could say, can't nobody do me like Jesus. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. Right? And so I'm saying that in the sense of, can't nobody do it like you. Right? So for the saints and for the ain'ts, y'all got a song tonight. All right? So the truth is that I was like, can't nobody do it like me? Ain't nobody Keenya Kelly Griffin, right? Now, I didn't say that to him like that, but in my mind, I was like, but you can't do it like me. Nope, right? I was like, nobody can do it the way that I do it, right? And I'm being funny because sometimes you got to laugh. Sometimes you laugh to keep them crying, right? And then you got to encourage yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if ain't nobody going to encourage me or you got to do it yourself. You hear what I'm saying? Like, I love it when you guys like my post in the morning. I be preaching to myself. Do you hear what I'm saying? Y'all just get an opportunity to join in, right? But I be preaching to myself. Anyway, so the topic for tonight is help. How do I make money when everybody's doing what I'm doing, right? Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Latasha. And so here is the truth. I don't care who's doing what, right? It's like McDonald's. Everybody in the world has heard the name McDonald's, but that don't mean you can't open up a fast food restaurant tomorrow. You hear what I'm saying? That don't mean you can't open up one. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say like MAC Cosmetics, right? What if somebody said, well, I don't want to create a line of beauty products because MAC got the game locked up. Now, how many of you ladies on here don't buy nothing from MAC? I don't buy nothing from the MAC store unless I got a photo shoot. You hear what I'm saying? I go to the MAC store, get my full face done, and you have to spend $60 worth of products. That's when I buy. Do you hear what I'm saying? So, because, listen, I'm a little on the frugal side. This lipstick is from NYX. $6. $6, no holla. You hear what I'm saying? This same lipstick from MAC is $17. So, it's not to say that MAC is the only game in town. No, I like NYX. There's some people that will never pay $6 for a tube of lipstick. And so they go and get Wet n Wild. There's nothing wrong with Wet n Wild. Everybody's got their own place, right? But what if Wet n Wild or what if NYX or what if MAC said, well, I'm not going to do that. Because other people are doing it. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? How many y'all feel about that? Like, you're like, I want to do something, but everybody's doing it. Any of y'all feel that way? Just say me, right? Well, the truth is there's going to always be somebody doing what it is that you're doing or doing what you want to do, right? Think about singers. Every single year, 20 or 30 new artists come out. Have you ever thought about that? Every year, 20 or 30 new artists come out. Like girl groups and boy bands and country, all that comes out every single year. But that don't keep Shania Twain from singing. Shania Twain been around since God knows when. I remember high school. That don't keep Shania Twain from singing. You hear Carrie Underwood came out. Shania's still singing. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill are still singing. Just because Carrie is here, they not going to stop singing. Y'all hear what I'm saying? Let me see who's out there in the pop culture world. All right, so today we got Taylor Swift. That's killing everybody, right? But who else was pop? Britney Spears. Britney is still singing, still selling albums, still selling out shows. Just because Taylor showed up, Britney did not shut down her say, oh, game over, Taylor Swift is here, 1987, 86, whatever the name of the album is, right? I got it on my iPad. Listen, I'm guilty. I downloaded it. I downloaded the whole album. Yes, I did. Taylor Swift. Okay, I downloaded the entire album. Shoot me. Don't shoot me, but it is what it is, right? Another example. Taylor Swift was killing the game. Who came out? Fifth Harmony, right? Now, Fifth Harmony, my jam is, that's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. Listen, that jam, I be in the gym like, what you waiting for? That's my, listen, that jam keep me going. I don't care about none of y'all. That song right there, I be like, ain't nothing. Listen. But what if Fifth Harmony said, well, Taylor got it sold out? Ain't nobody got time for that. And I'm using, culture, whatever, because y'all can relate. So the truth is that you can't worry about what other people are doing. You hear what I'm saying? When my coworker told me, he said, well, everybody's doing that. Well, guess what? I opened up my business September 1st, 2016, which is called If You Brand It. We will celebrate our 1 year anniversary on September 1st, 2017. And we have generated over $150,000 in revenue. Do you hear what I'm saying? We launched that business September 1st, 2016. We're not even at September 1st, 2017, and we've generated over $150,000 in revenue. Why is that? Can't nobody do it like me. Can't nobody do it like you, right? So don't live in the fear place of, well, who cares? Who cares that everybody's doing it? You can be successful at it. If God gave you the gift, if God gave you desire, then you can be successful. It's about you perfecting your craft, launching out there to the deep, being consistent at doing the thing to have a successful business, and then you can have a successful business. Now, one of the reasons why people don't want to do it because other people are doing it is because they don't want to really put in the work that it takes. Right? They don't really want to put in the work that it takes to be successful, because we see people come out with their businesses and they're killing it, right? They've got 5 million followers on Instagram, and then you started yours yesterday and you got 4 friends because it's your 4 friends that supported you, right? And you want to have this success, but you're not willing to download Hootsuite. Hey, Latrice, you're not willing to do the thing to be successful at your business. Like I tell people all the time, they ask me, how in the world did you generate what you generated for your business, from home? Well, I woke up every single day. You hear what I'm saying? I woke up every single day and did the thing that had the power. Was it easy? Oh, absolutely not. Not whatsoever. It's not easy at all to start and operate a business. It's not. It's easy to do what God has gifted me to do, but to run a business takes way more than the skills that I have by nature, right? It requires some blood, sweat, tears, learning, investing. It requires all of that knowledge and experience, right? Like I didn't know nothing about no Hootsuite or a live streaming or live lead. I didn't know about none of this stuff, right? Like y'all see me do split screen interviews all the time on Facebook. I didn't know about that. I had to learn about it. And so a lot of times we want to just start something and then make $1 million tomorrow. It don't work that way, right? Not to mention, you've got to prove yourself to the game, right? Let me give you an example. So I would rather be getting paid $10,000 to speak. That's what I'd rather do. I'd rather take 2 engagements or 3 engagements a month, right? And get paid $10,000 every time I speak. That's what I would rather have happen. But guess what? Before I can get paid $10,000 to speak, I got to get paid $1,000 to speak. I got to get paid $100 to speak, right? But why would anybody give me $100? Because they have to learn that I have something valuable to offer, right? And then once I prove it on a $100 level, then somebody might pay me $1,000, right? And I have to prove it that I'm worth $1,000, right? So then once I've done that, I can then say, okay, I'm charging $5,000, right? And then once I prove on that level, then I can say, okay, I'm charging $10,000, right? And then $100,000, right? That's like you've got ex-president Barack Obama, and he could get paid $100,000 to speak. Why? Not only was he the president of the United States for a period of time, but he worked his way up from whoever he was before he went to Harvard, whatever law school, I can't remember. My job is to remember me, U of L, right? Before he ever did all that stuff and graduated and became the president. So he didn't get to become president because he said, I want to be president. No, he had to do all this stuff down here that got him to a place that made him worthy of allowing him to speak at the Democratic National Convention, which then put him on a platform to be president. You hear what I'm saying? And so I'm not saying it because, Barack Obama was the greatest president. I can't say that. I don't know about him and other people. I don't know. All I'm saying is he didn't get there until he started down here, right? And so what if he said, well, there was plenty other black people that ran for president. I can't do it. I ain't ever gonna make it. What if he would have said that, right? You hear what I'm saying? Or let's just say whoever. What's his name? George Bush, right? So was it 3 Bushes in office or 2? I can't remember. Let's just say it was 2. So what if the recent George Bush would have said, well, I can't be president because my daddy was president? Then he never would have been president. Now, listen, this is not a political statement. I don't know much about him or his presidency at all. But my point in saying that is he could say, well, that dude got my name. They ain't ever going to elect 2 of us. He could have said that, but he didn't. He became the president of the United States. Do you hear what I'm saying? Now, listen, I'm not political. I ain't Democrat, ain't Republican. I'm Jesus. Right? Now, I'm not Jesus, but I'm a Jesus girl. That's it. Okay. I'm just making that plain. Okay. All right. Awesome. So my point in saying that is, I don't care what your business is. I don't care what business you want to start. You can do whatever you want to do. And it can be the same thing your next door neighbor just did. But in order for you to be successful at it, you still gonna have to do the work. You still gonna have to work your tail off. Do you hear what I'm saying? You still gonna have to work your tail off, right? Because that's the way it works, right? Now, how many of you guys want to get paid $20,000 a month? How many of y'all want to get paid $20,000 a month? If that's you, just type a 1, right? I know I do. You hear what I'm saying? We want to get paid $20,000 a month, but you got to first start out in your business making $100 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $4,000, $8,000, $16,000. You got to go from a certain place. But remember, here is the thing. You have to convince people to begin to spend their money with you, right? So let's just say, I know Jason Thompson is here, right? And he has a lawn care business and I'm sure a multitude of other things, right? But let's just say it's lawn care, right? Jason, when he starts a business, he has got to convince these people with a set of grass that is paying somebody else to cut their grass. He's got to convince them why he should cut their grass. Now, what does that mean? That means Jason may only be able to charge $20 for that thing of grass. Now, I'm just lowballing. I don't know how much grass cutting costs. You hear what I'm saying? I'm just lowballing. He may only be able to get $20 for that front lawn of grass, right? Once he continues to prove himself, he may be able to go back to them and say, okay, our rates are now $30, and they may stay, right? But guess what has to happen? So Jason got that first lawn. Now the people across the street gonna say, well, your grass look good. Who cut your grass? Jason did. Well, how much he charge? And then you listen, they may tell him 20, they may say, well, here's his card, you ask him. So then when Jason talks to them, he may say, oh, it's 30. Then the next person, he may say, oh, it's 50, right? And by that time, Jason starts to make a name for himself. So when people across the way say, hey, I heard you cutting John, Susie, and Tiffany's grass. How much do you charge? I charge $100. Great. When can you come cut my grass? But that takes time. Jason had to get his first lawn to cut, right? And Jason has to continue to prove himself. Jason can't be cutting grass and it look like his 5-year-old cut it. He ain't gonna get no business. You hear what I'm saying? Jason gotta treat that stuff, do all of whatever it takes to do that for grass. I don't know nothing about grass cutting. You hear it? I'm nothing about grass cutting, okay? So when you're talking about starting a business and doing something that somebody else is doing, number one, can't nobody do it like you. That's number one, right? Number two, you got to make sure that the way you do it is good, right? You can say, well, I'm the bomb. I don't care what nobody think. Wrong. You trying to get people to take the money in their pockets and exchange it for your product or service. You got to get that stuff together. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'll give you an example. I did a live stream class this past Saturday. What's today? Today's Thursday. I did a live stream class this past Saturday. The only reason 16 people bought that class was because I've been proving myself by what I've done on live streaming. I've been able to generate over $250,000 on live streaming. So these people bought into this class because they knew that I had some success live streaming, right? Now, if you guys have not shared this video, please share. I'd appreciate it so much, right? And so, but I only charged them $47. Now, I could have charged way more, but I didn't. I wanted to help them because I realized there was a whole lot of people that needed help with live streaming. So I charged $47 for a 2-hour live stream boot camp, right? And I ended up making like $700 or whatever. And instead of going to 2 hours, I went to 3 hours and 20 minutes, right? Instead of giving them 2 hours as promised, I did 3 hours and 20 minutes. Why? Because I had more to share. And I felt like if I kept sharing, it would be good for them, right? But I guarantee you there's somebody else with a live stream boot camp and they got exactly what they paid for. That's not wrong. It's not wrong to get what you pay for, right? But I understand that if I'm going to go to another level and another level and another level, I got to do above and beyond, right? And not because I have to, but I'm trying to let you know, can't nobody do it like me. Does that make sense? I'm trying to make sure that can't nobody do it like me, right? That's like I had a client and we had a video and photo shoot and it was set for 2 hours, right? But it ended up going for 5 hours, right? It was set for 2 and it went for 5. Did the client get charged more money? No. Did we over deliver? Absolutely. Why? The client deserved for us to be there longer. The client deserved for us to over deliver on what we promised to them. So I guarantee you they're going to say they did a really good job. And then when the stuff comes out, they did a really good job, right? And so this is what I'm saying to you. If you're finding yourself competing with other people in the marketplace and you're feeling like, well, everybody's doing it, then do it better than them. Do it better than them. If you do it better than them, your reputation will precede you and you will kill it. You hear what I'm saying? I can't even tell y'all how many folks are in branding. And this is not me saying, oh, I'm better than her. Oh, I'm better than her. No, I'm saying I'm good. I'm the bomb. And if you work with me, it's going to be the bomb. I can't promise you that what I'm going to give you, she going to give you. Because I may give you a different side of branding than that person does. But what I will do is do my very best, right? And do what I can do to the best of my ability to overserve you if I can. Juan said, of course you did. Prophet. Right? And so that's my point. If you're got that fear or that feeling that other people are doing what you're trying to do, then just kill it. Kill it. Do you hear what I'm saying? You need to kill it. That's just it. Point blank, period. Okay? That's like I'm going to a chiropractor, right? And the things that he does with the body is like I ain't ever experienced. And I'm like, now I wanted to beat the brakes off of him. Because I'm experiencing some pain in my body, but in order for him to figure out where it was, he had to poke around and do all types of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like today, I don't feel great because he was doing all types of stuff. Tomorrow, I'm going to feel like I can run the Tour de France. But he is the first chiropractor that has ever given me like a miraculous experience 12 hours later, right? And so if anybody asks me for a chiropractor, I'm going to say Dr. Hendricks at Chirosport here in Houston, Texas. Dr. Hendricks at Chirosport. Why? Because in 12 hours, I get my whole life together with Dr. Hendricks. Do you hear what I'm saying? So again, if you feel like everybody's doing, hey y'all, you feel like everybody's doing what you're trying to do, that's cool. There's always going to be people doing what it is that you're doing or what you're trying to do, but you got to do it better in your way, not condemning them at all, but you got to do it better. There has to be something special about you, right? Now this is going to sound real funny and real arrogant, but I'm not being arrogant. Hear me. Listen. I think I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Right? I think I'm the best thing thing since sliced bread as it pertains to a woman for a man, right? Just hear me, y'all. Hear me. Holla, Sandra. So I think I'm the best thing since sliced bread for a man, right? For a potential, right, y'all. And so here's my thing. I understand I ain't got to convince nobody to be with me. That's number one, right? I don't have to do nothing to make nobody want me. That's number two, right? But what I can do is be a really good woman, right? I can be a really good woman, right? And so over the years, even before I got married, I studied people. I studied relationships. One of my favorite books is called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie, right? And don't let the title fool you. It's a really, really good book. How to Win Friends and Influence People. And one of the things I learned about that book is that people love to talk about themselves, which is great. And one of the things about that is if you get people talking, right? And you continue to get them talking and continue to get them talking, at the end of the conversation, they will think you are the greatest thing since sliced bread because you let them talk about themselves, right? That you let them talk about themselves. Then people want to be encouraged, right? People want to be doted upon. I know I do. Encourage me. You hear what I'm saying? Encourage me. Speak over yourself. Encourage yourself in the Lord, right? Okay, anyway, I like to be encouraged. And so I learned a secret weapon. Now, I don't use it. This is why I don't go on very many dates at all. Because, like, I feel like a man is powerless against Keenya Kelly, right? Like, I'm being funny, and I don't mean that in a Jezebel manipulative way. I don't. This is why I don't go on many dates, okay? Because I know the power that lies within. That's so crazy. Y'all remember that song, What Lies Beneath? I mean, that movie? Stupid. Anyway, see, that's the stuff I used to watch before I found the Lord, before I got sold out. What Lies Beneath, all that stupid stuff. But anyway, so I found a secret weapon, right? Which is ask them questions, let them talk, and encourage them. Be genuine, right? But let them talk, right? And so, so funny. I realized that if I go on a date with a man, right, whether I like him or not, right, whether I looked amazing that night or not, smelled like heaven or not, that by the end of that date, that dude gonna say, can I call you again? Can we go out again? You hear what I'm saying? Let's see. Since I've been in Houston, I went on 2 dates, right? Because I don't do a whole lot of dating. Both of them said, can I call? No, excuse me, 3. One guy I met, I just said, let's just go watch the game. I really wanted to watch the NBA Finals. And I was like, if you just got to meet me, go hang out with me. Let's watch the NBA Finals. Because I wanted to watch the NBA Finals, okay? So, all 3 of them that I've been out with the last 2 years said, can I call you again? All of them, right? And it had nothing to do with what you see. Don't get it twisted. I look good, right? But it had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with how I made them feel, right? By the questions that I asked, by how I encouraged them and listened to them, right? Because I learned a secret weapon. So when the time comes to be found, I'm not really concerned because I'm like, listen, I guarantee you there's at least 10 dudes on my Facebook page that is saying, wow, right? Now, they may not be praying, asking the Lord about me, but I know they like, wow, she's a lady, right? I'll tell y'all a funny story. I was in Walmart grocery shopping the other day, and it was so funny. I had to take my best friend. I was walking in Walmart, and I walked past the aisle, and this guy looked up, and he saw me, and he started singing. I just thought it was the funniest thing. I took my best friend, I said, girl, the moment you walk past the man and he starts singing. She said, what he sing? I said, I have no idea. And I just kept walking. I thought it was the funniest thing. Right? And then he didn't see my backside either, because it was like, we were 2 totally different. He saw me walk by, and he was like, woo, whatever. Okay? I'm being funny so y'all can relate to me, okay? So my point in saying that is that you got to find your secret weapon in business, right? I know that I'm an amazing woman of God that will help any king put his crown on. He already king, but that will help him every day put his crown on. I know that's my secret weapon, right? So I'm not concerned about being found by a good man of God, right? When I think about business and branding, I know my stuff. I know what I don't know, and I know what I do know, right? And what I don't know, I will go and find the answers from somebody, right? And so that's my secret weapon. And so instead of me feeling threatened by this person or this person or this person that's already in branding, I just focus on my strengths. You hear what I focus on my strengths and not my weaknesses. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So don't worry about the fact that other people are doing what it is that you're doing or you want to do. You just need to do it better. I'm not saying Sunday morning go and compete with the soloists. That's not what I'm saying. If it's not your time to lead, sit yourself down in the alto section. Right? But what I am saying is, when it's your time to sing, sing. Right? Now, I'm not saying go do, yeah. I'm not saying do all those runs. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be the best you. And guess what? You're going to be just fine. Right? As a pastor, no point in competing with other pastors. Just operate in your gift and do it well. Right? You somebody's wife. Figure out how to be a good wife, a better wife to your spouse. Ask him, in what way can I serve you better? He'll say, what? In what way can I serve you better? He'll think about it, and I guarantee you he'll come up with an answer. If you're a man, ask your wife, in what way can I serve you better? I guarantee she'll say, can you wash the clothes? Can you go and cook tonight? Can you go to the grocery store? Whatever it is, you see what I'm saying? But you should be pushing to do it better, right? And so if you're starting a business and you're asking yourself, well, how can I do what other people are doing? You've got to figure out your main strength and focus on that strength. So let's just say you're an event planner and you're not a good wedding planner. Focus on being a very good event planner. If you don't know nothing about wedding planning, don't go plan weddings. Research weddings and learn about weddings before you launch out into being a wedding planner. Planning an event and planning a wedding are two totally different things. I plan Return of the Curls every single year. I plan my last wedding. Jesus, fix it. Completely different experiences, right? Now, I guarantee you, when God says it's time to get married and that man come and get me, we're going to find us a bomb wedding planner. I'm going to say, here's my login and password for Pinterest. God bless you and good night. I don't want to be involved in none of that. Jesus, no. She can log into my Pinterest and everything she needs to know, from the colors to the this to the that. Go ahead. Get right, good church, and let's go home. Right? Because I want to stay in my strength. Okay? So, business owners, future business owners, if you're trying to figure out what you should do to be better than your competition or whatever, you need to go and research your competition. Don't steal their stuff, but be determined to do better. If you want to do a sneak attack, you can go and look at the reviews on their sites. If they have reviews on Yelp, reviews on Facebook, or wherever, and see their weak spots. Don't you go talking about their weak spots. But you could say, okay, so let me make sure that I do this better, right? Or let's just say you cut grass and you know about a new all-natural spray for killing weeds, right? And not the chemicals from like the grocery store or whatever. Then go and get the all-natural spray. You know your clients got pets. You know the pets be outside. Let them know, hey, I'm using all-natural products now on this and this because I want to make sure I take care of your animals. I'm telling you, they'll pay you more money for that. They will tell more people about you because of that. Why? You took care of their animals when they couldn't take care of their animals that way that you could. You see what I'm saying? So you got to find out, what am I good at, and focus on that, right? Don't worry about the fact that everybody doing what you're doing. Listen, I've got 4 dresses in sight view, right? This dress and then 3 other dresses over there. All 4 of these dresses are made by 4 different people. I love this dress. I just got this dress recently. But what if this dressmaker said, well, I'm not going to make dresses because JCPenney got dresses. They ain't thinking about JCPenney, and JCPenney ain't thinking about them. So you can't be thinking about nobody else. You got to go and create, and you got to go and perfect, right? Now listen, ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody's business perfect. I've been in business less than a year for If You Branded. That thing is far from perfect. Jesus is fixing it. Do you hear me? Right? But you can try your best. And where you are weak, you make up by doing something else, giving them something else, being better at this and this. right? And eventually you got to get better at that weak thing, like me included, okay? All right, so here's the deal. Anybody got any questions about that tonight? I want to help you if you have any questions. I will say to you guys this. I shared with you all that I had my live stream to millions boot camp that took place last Saturday. It was supposed to be 2 hours. It was actually 3 hours and 20 minutes. We went on last Saturday. I recorded it and it's available on replay. If you want to purchase that replay, 3 hours teaching you how to live stream to millions, you can click the link in this video, which is livestreamtomillions.com. livestreamtomillions.com, and you can purchase the replay of the boot camp. I'm telling you, it'll bless your life. Like, I know it blessed my life, and that's why I just kept going and going and going, because I knew that the people that were watching needed more. In my opinion, I felt like that I could give them more. Thank you, Nina. Nina was one of our students. She was in the boot camp this past Saturday. And so if you guys are looking, it's $47 for 3 hours. I charge $500 for 90 minutes. So that is 3 hours for $1,000, right? Normally, I charge them $47 and they got 3 hours and 20 minutes. So you can pay $47 as well, and you can get the 3 hours and 20 minutes. Just click the link, livestreamtomillions.com. Okay? All right, guys. So that's it for me tonight. I just wanted to share that with you guys because someone's question had triggered that for me. And so, guys, don't forget that if you brand it, they will come. If you brand it, they will come. So God bless you guys. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.